the back of the truck. They're gonna sit here overnight, so I am a little bit worried they'll freeze. They shouldn't, because it's not going to freeze, and we're gonna be putting them in the greenhouse anyway, but I'm still a little nervous. They're all in these like clear totes, except for the potatoes, which are just in the totes I planted them in, and the hope is that they'll stay pretty warm inside. We're gonna be heading up tomorrow with Mom, and we're gonna finish up the garden and start the second one, because we have 2 gardens that we're gonna plant minimum, possibly 3, I haven't decided yet. Here. I'm back on the homestead with Mom. We're building a wagon. The reviews said it was very complicated, so we'll find out if that's true or not. So this is Kayla putting together her cart. It's not, so the review said it was hard to put together. It's not, it's just we did something stupid.
Yeah, we put the screws on inside out.
Yeah, but it's not
upside down.
hard.
I don't know what you would say.
Right.
Backwards.
There's just a lot of pieces to it. I think that's the only reason why the reviews were saying it was hard.
And this is what the cart looks like when it's done. It's to haul dirt over to her flower beds.
It might scare her because it's all noisy, but we'll see.
We got you a wagon!
Wagon, Babu! Oh, she likes it. I thought she'd hate it. She doesn't even care. Mother is throwing things into the fire pit. We're gonna burn that box. I have vegan marshmallows and cinnamon grams to make s'mores.
Let me have the lighter.
Okay, Babulu, you can just sit there. They're smaller than I expected. They're like small. They're like they're not. Maybe I'm just used to the big marshmallows.
You're gonna light them on fire.
I always do. These Full Circle Market graham crackers are like super cinnamony. Look at that. It's almost like it's real food. And then the vegan marshmallows, looking picturesque next to them. You should take a photo of them, Mom, all together. So the door that we have orchestrated on the greenhouse is not working very well, so I am gonna try something different. So let's get in here and I'll show you what I'm gonna try. Alrighty, so I have made the new door. So now it's just a regular like folding door like that. And then on cold days or once the sun sets, you can pull this down and seal the rest of it so that it doesn't get any cold air in it. And now it's less annoying. I also had to seal these corners because I didn't notice how far the wood was from the wall. There's still a little gap here, but I'm hoping it won't be enough to kill the plants. We have to go see if my plants survived. It got colder last night than I expected. They've spent a night outside already, but just not in the greenhouse. So we have to go visit them. Alrighty, little plants. Ouch. They look fine. Are there any that are shriveled? Nope. Here's a little apple tree. It could also be an orange tree. I don't remember which one I put there. We'll find out when it gets leaves. Stapling. And then I have to build another garden bed because I have wood for another one. And then I have to get more wood from Aunt Wendy to make more. 3 garden boxes done. We just have to get all the dirt and stuff. I'm gonna put together the 4th one now though before I start messing with dirt. I also need to bury those potatoes in there all the way so that they're completely full of dirt. But it's going to be a pain because those ones are super unruly. These ones are like straight up and down, which is what those ones used to be like. So those will be easier to bury. I've cut my pieces of wood and now I'm trying to decide if I want a 8x4 box or a 4x4 and an 8x4. Oh, this isn't the drill bit I need. Where's my drill bit? I was doing stupid math, so if I do a 4x4 and an 8x4, I won't have any extras and I won't be any short. So that's what I'm going to do. Where are these are the ones I want here.
I took her sweater off and she's like so happy now.
She hates that sweater, but she has to wear it when it gets cold. I'm getting ready to plant seeds. The May seeds. I have the hiccups from drinking this thing. I got my first battle wound. I don't even know if you can see it. It's a splinter. Babu's basking. Mother is cooking macaroni.
I'm cooking macaroni and cheese, the original campfire food.
Exactly. Mostly because we ate all of our vegan marshmallows.
Yeah, we ate all the vegan marshmallows. And now we have to cook real food.
Tomorrow we will probably eat the stale marshmallows my grandma has in her camper.
They've probably been in her camper since last year, and that's what we're left with.
At least we usually set them on fire, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if they're stale. Yeah, Babu. Earlier Babu was just like melting in the sun, but she refused to move. Even though it was freaking hot. So she's just sitting there licking the table. We had to put her sweater on her because it started getting cold again. I'll give you a tour of the garden now that we've built the other beds because I haven't done that yet. And I'll give you a plan, like an idea of what we're planning on doing after this. So I do still need to get more wood from my aunt because she has a lot of old wood laying around and she's gonna give me that. I have to see what size it is and everything. But now we have the 6x6, an 8x4, a 4x4, a 3x3, and a 3x3. And I'm thinking a 2x4 will fit here just fine. A 2x2 will fit there. That path will kind of be empty. And then maybe two more, two 3x6s right next to each other, or like with one diagonal and the other not. And then any other gaps after that I'll fill with pots and planters. And remember, this is just the first garden. There will be two. I'm also going to be doing what's called the square foot method, and basically what it is you run twine across in a grid, a square foot grid, and in each grid you plant something different. And so there's like tons of cheat sheets online for like how many of each plant you can comfortably grow in a 1 foot square. A lot of them, like tomatoes and stuff, obviously 1 square is 1 plant, but like carrots, you can fit apparently 16 carrots in a square safely. Kale was 4, but I have a giant kale, so I'm gonna do 3 instead and plant 1 giant kale and 2 small ones and see how that goes. And then that means that the 6x6 has, I did the math last night, 32 maybe squares in it. The 3x3s each have 9. The 4x4 has 16. And that one, I'm not even going to bother doing the math for that one right now. That one actually might be 32. 8x4. Math wasn't my strongest subject. And then tomorrow, This mountain here is actually dirt. There is rocks mixed into it, but it's mostly dirt, and I just need to get the grass off the top and start digging out the dirt from inside of it and sorting the rocks out and then putting it in a pile over there so we can start filling the beds, the raised beds. We also need to put the deer netting up. It's just like plastic netting that you put over top because deer can jump up to 10 feet, and they will if there's something they want. So we need to, this is about a 5-foot fence. Yeah, this is a 5-foot fence. So we need to put about 4 or 5 feet above it of deer netting just so that they can't jump over it. What I think I'm going to do is actually 2 feet of netting and then just give it a ceiling of netting. But we'll see what happens because I also don't want deer jumping on the roof thinking they can and then getting trapped in a net because that's a little counterproductive and probably would not help the garden much. I may also start the netting up there and like slant it down here so that the deer can see it and we don't have to use as much, and we can just fill the gaps along the edges in. And that might be easier in the long run, I think, because I'm not very tall, so I don't need it to be like super tall at this end. So we might just put stakes here and here at the end and then do that. This is why I prefer the vegan ones, because the normal ones just like squish out the sides and then there's no marshmallow left on the actual cracker. You just eat the marshmallow and then the cracker's splat.
And I like them when they're gooey.
Yeah, she likes to peel the skin off. I will give you a tutorial on how my mother does her marshmallows. So she'll cook the outside and she'll take it off.
Yep, you gotta peel that off.
And then she'll eat it and then she'll roast the inside and then eat that. So this can go here. Mine was a little burnt, but hers are usually burnt too because we tend to forget about them.
I just light them on fire.
Sometimes she does it on purpose, sometimes she doesn't. So me and Mom are going to be digging this mountain down today. We started yesterday, but we didn't get very far because it was just an end of the evening.
We got to get all the dirt out of the mountain.
Yeah, and put it in the boxes. We also have to sort through it for rocks to take out, which I will mostly do because Mom doesn't like worms.
I don't like worms or dirt.
Or slugs.
Or slugs.
But she will eat gross cheese off the ground that she dropped. That's how you know she's a mom. I covered the soil we did put in last night just so that the worms wouldn't dry out if it took us too long to come back. There's a little wolf spider hanging out. Is that your new home? Unfortunately, I'm going to move it. It's home, not the spider. I mean, the spider will move when I move it. When I move the cover. He's just gonna chill there. And then this is all we got done yesterday. There's a lot of like stones in the soil, so we have to take them all out. That one's not even a stone. Some of them are just pieces of wood. This is a stone. I'm collecting them in a bucket because I'm gonna make stepping stones with the pebbles, mosaic stepping stones. And I couldn't figure out what these were for the longest time. I thought they were like cicada casings, but they're actually just pine cones, really old pine cones. Yeah. Boo Boo's eating grass again. Yeah. As she does every time she comes outside. Babu, come here. Yay. Yay. You're coming too close. The camera can't see you. Get in the frame. You're the worst model ever. Babu. Babu, look at me. Babu, come here. She's ignoring me. She likes you better.
She just thinks I'm gonna give her a snap.
Because you said the word.
I know.
Babu! You just had a snack.
Nothing for you, Babaloo.
What? She's just like...
Nothing for you, Babaloo.
She's completely ignoring me.
We're having a lazy day because it's all rainy and cold outside today. Babu's been sleeping all day.
She got up early. The propane finally ran out in my camper, so I don't have any heat. Mom's gonna go replace it, even though it's cold. I would have done it later. I need to wash my hair today. It's all messed up. Babu is cold. Babu is cold. Yes. She keeps sleeping with Mom because she can't stand to leave her. Yeah, stick your little tongue out. Boop. It's still raining, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any work done today either. I don't mind the rain, it's just cold. It's just too cold to do any work. Because if it was just rainy, then I would work on the deer fence. Put your tongue away, Babu. What? Tuck you into your burrito. Your burrito. There. Now you're toasty. In your burrito. I didn't film any of the building of this thing, but it's two 1 foot by 7 foot raised beds with a trellis in the middle, but this trellis keeps flopping around, so I am building supports for it right now. You can't really see the one in there, but it's 4 foot wide by 2 foot tall. Originally I was just going to put one on each end, but I think I'm going to also put one in the middle because I feel like if I don't, I'm going to regret it later once the squash start growing. So that's what I'm working on over here. I have to saw this board up. We don't have a electric saw, so all the sawing is done by hand. I'm getting better at it though. Mother is digging a hole over there for the soil, which is what we're filling our raised beds with. We have to pick the rocks out by hand, so we've had about 6 of these buckets full of rocks that we picked out of there, and there's still a few left, but we can't get them all. Babu's drinking her water. Hi. I'm inside the trellis. It was super hard to get that first support in. So this one I'm gonna try and put it under before I've drilled it together. We'll see what happens. I had to give up on adding a middle section. It was too hard to fit the support under there. So I'm going to make a shorter one in the future and just drill it down onto it. I'm not doing that right now though. What I'm doing right now is figuring out how to get the deer netting above the fence. We need it to be at least 10 feet tall. These fences are 5 feet, so we need about 5 feet of deer netting above them. But the only stakes I have are these, and these are only 4 feet tall. We might go with 4 feet and just hope the deer think it's too tall to jump over. It's actually really good soil. It's just full of rocks.
Babu's supervising.
Babu's supervising.
Babu.